Oh, it's a Pablo. Was that buddy? He looks pretty scruffy right now. Don't you, buddy? You look so scruffy. Yeah. I feel like I should just have a whole channel with videos of my dog. With videos of me patting my dog. Yeah. Yeah. So, I got this book in the mail recently because my plan is to go through and just kind of get inspiration for creatures to draw, look at different digital painting styles and see what I want to do. Like that dragon's pretty cool. I like that. Some cool dragons in here, which is nice. And yeah, see what kind of styles I want to study with my digital painting, if there's anything I want to adapt, or if there's a creature I think is really cool but I could do a better or different version of it. It would be cool. Just kind of add inspiration and also but also, yes, of course, using the D&D. Probably one of my favorites I've seen in here so far. This is just mainly talking about stylistically, is this guy here, which is the Moonlit King. I'm still trying to track down which artist did this because I don't have the artist name listed. I'm going to track down the artist for this one because I don't have the artist name listed with each image, so you don't quite know who's done what unless they have their own little signature in the drawing, like this guy here has it. But not all of them do, which is kind of sucky. But, you know, like, I feel like I could draw some of the creatures better. Not dissing any of the artists in here, but, you know, I do it in my style, which, you know. Yeah, so that would be pretty good. I do want to do a drawing series called Dungeons and Drawing, and just basically some painting time lapses of me doing different characters from D&D, whether it's my own ones, or friends, or just going through Tome of Beast or even the Monster Manual and doing stuff from there. So basically I'm probably the worst vlogger in human history because I did some good vlogging before AbCon because I was just basically home stuck all day in my studio just trying to, you know, grind away and get stuff done. But now AbCon's over, I've just kind of forgotten about it and haven't had time or energy to do it. So this is kind of a new sketchbook that I've started, even though I haven't finished my old one yet. Bad habits, whatever. And it's going to have a lot of my comic notes in it. So I did some, you know, printing and scanning of some comic books that I borrowed either from the library or had my own collection with different bits and pieces of what I liked about it, whether it's character sketches, things like that, layouts, because paneling is a thing that I'm still learning and I want to get right. So these ones here are from Snot Girl, which is really good, and I just really liked this comic. Haven't read it, go check it out. It's different. I haven't read anything like it before, but I don't read a whole lot of the more modern comics. I really need to get back into reading, but not having much money and time makes that difficult. So, and there's some Adventure Time stuff as well. I see copies of these to kind of help spark ideas for covers, look at what works for them and why they do certain things, and kind of break down, alright, I like this image, why do I like it, how does it work compositionally, what colours are good, and kind of my own sketches sort of next to those. I found sticking these in is a good reference so that I have them here, I can write notes and sort of refer back to them instead of, you know, not doing that. This is one thing I'm probably going to finish at some point, but this was the Adventure Time variant cover that I really liked. I like the perspective of it, I thought it was interesting, and I've sketched, sort of re-sketched that there. but I'm changing things, like minor changes, and going to be painting this in my style just as a practice. One of the covers I really do like is this one here. I like this one here because it's very monochrome or spot color if you're talking about comic printing and stuff, and I might do that as like a title page for one of my mini comics. And there's blank pages left in between for a reason, so I can do my sketches and notes of them and my own versions. For example, I copied this page here just because I absolutely loved just the overall color key for this scene, and I thought that was interesting. I do need to take on better habits with coloring in my overall sort of comic workflow. Some very quick notes, which I'm not going to show you guys because that is secret biz right there. Some notes here. This is from a Steven Universe mini comic in one of the books, and it was black and white, and I just liked how it was done, and it sort of influenced you know, by manga-esque stuff. Oh god, I can't stop yawning tonight. And I went through and tried a bunch of different pens to see if because one of the comics I'm going to be doing for Coven is basically going to be done black and white, and it's going to be done traditionally. I still haven't worked out the details yet, but I want to try some pens. There are bits and pieces in here where I'm going to have like lay out what's going to be on each page to work out page numbers for my book. I do have a page of sort of prices and research somewhere as well. This is my landscape studies. And just like a very quick overview, hopefully you can't see it too much. Sort of just some paneling and stuff like that. Yeah, so some very quick kind of like notes and thumbnails. I won't show too much of that because I do want it to be a bit of a surprise when I do them. One of the places I'm looking at for printing is printninja.com. I think I've seen a Kickstarter, or a couple of Kickstarters I've been looking at recently, actually use this company. They're from America, so I don't know. Oh, I'm borrowing this and I've got to read it. That's a good indication of their quality. But yeah, so I'd much rather I would much rather use a printer in Australia, but I'm going to be getting quotes and looking at several different places to get printing. It would make sense that Australia would be cheaper because of conversion rates, but also having to pay less for shipping, and getting books printed is going to be heavy to ship. So I'm basically kind of going into this very blind. I don't have a lot of friends who have done comics or anything like that. I'm hoping to make more friends who know what they're doing about comics and who have done self-publishing, because I do really want this to be self-published, just so that I can have more control over how things are going to look, so I can really learn and appreciate the process behind printing a book and putting a story together. So I'm going to be doing basically what is called a trade paperback, so not just like a single issue comic. It'll be more like a mini graphic novel. It's a really ambitious project to take on, considering I haven't done anything before, but you know, go big or go home, right? So they've got some good options here. I don't know if you can see. So there's saddle stitch binding for smaller projects, perfect softcover, case hardcover, board book, wire binding and stuff. I'm probably looking at like softcover, although maybe as a stretch goal doing a hardcover version with like gold embossing. Not that I think it's going to happen. I don't feel like I've built up enough of a fan base and following that yet, but I'm gonna aim for perfect softcover, which would be pretty good. But yeah, there is just so much to think about in regards to pre-press, so getting stuff ready for printing, and it's quite a lot of knowledge, especially for one person, especially since I'm trying to focus on finishing the comic and improving my process with inking and coloring and just all that sort of stuff, and then trying to learn about this at the same time. It's a little bit overwhelming, but I feel like to meet the deadline that I've set for myself, I have to learn this stuff and get this ready the same time as actually finishing, well, starting and finishing the comic. So we'll see how everything goes, and that's another reason I'm doing vlogs and stuff, so that I can record my progress, keep accountable with the deadlines I've set for myself, sharing information that I do learn, which I think is very important as well, because, you know, someone else might be watching this and be interested in printing their own comic or getting their own art book printed. I'm probably going to keep this vlog today very short, just so that I can upload it and still keep vlogging. It seems that Print Ninja have done a number of interesting comics. One thing that I find a bit difficult here is, if it focuses, paperweight, and it's got 85-pound text, gloss. Well, I would want matte. I do not want anything gloss, because in my opinion it's just kind of tacky for art products. It's fine for photos and things like that, but I don't like glossy prints. I don't like glossy books. It just feels cheap to me. I don't know why, but hey. You get proofing options, which is cool. I have to make sure that I choose a printer that I can order a hard copy proof for me to look at before I go ahead and order, like, you know, a couple hundred books, whatever it ends up being. It probably won't end up being in the hundreds, but we will see. Planning a Kickstarter is pretty time consuming as well. Trying not to think about it too much. Looking at price for enamel pins and special prints and everything. But I've kind of got notes about that and what I'm going to do for the Kickstarter. One of the rewards I'm going to be doing is basically art books. One of the rewards I'm going to be doing is basically like getting your name printed in the book as like a special dedication to people who back to the Kickstarter and everything. Special dedication for my Patreons, which will probably have a bigger section because they have contributed to sort of more in the long run in regards to getting my art out there and making this project a reality. So we will see, and yeah, it's just so much research to do. Where I just want to draw, but now I just feel like I'm gonna spend all my time researching and not actually making the art and finishing it. So yeah, one place I have to check out is this place, which I got a card from someone at Avcon. It's meant to be a local Adelaide printer, if it's going to focus on my camera for you guys, which is Hash Print. They do documents to posters, so I'll be doing some prints there in the near future. I don't think they do books or anything, but it's good. Like, I might try and do these guys for something else, because again, it's local and I would like to keep as much local and Australian as possible. Alright guys, I'm probably going to sign off the vlog here. It's probably a bit of a short one today, but I didn't have much of a chance to vlog. I've been out all day. Just wanted to end this with saying I'm pretty happy with where my YouTube videos are going at the moment. I feel like the next videos I have planned and uploading now, the schedule the next month or two of getting a lot better. I'm starting to feel a bit more comfortable with the workflow I'm developing. I've had a few hiccups. I lost like 35 gig worth of work the other day, which just sucks, and then I've had issues with Premiere Pro, so I've been doing stuff in iMovie. Anyway, lots of drama, but tune into my main channel because I've got some good shit y'all coming up. Tune in, and yeah, good night. See you guys in the next vlog. Bye.